He was sent from a dying world to save ours. This is the full story of Superman, the hero who changed everything. Superman begins far from Earth on the dying planet Krypton, a world of cold brilliance ruled by intellect and order. As the planet trembles under its final moments, scientist Jor-El warns the ruling council that Krypton will soon explode. They ignore him, forbidding him from spreading panic. But Jor-El knows the truth. He cannot save the planet. He and his wife Lara place baby Kal-El into a small crystalline spacecraft, programming it to travel across the galaxy to a distant blue planet called Earth. As the ship launches, Krypton collapses into a brilliant explosion, making Kal-El the last survivor of his people. The ship crashes in a Kansas field, where Jonathan and Martha Kent discover the baby and decide to raise him as their own, calling him Clark. As Clark grows, he develops powers beyond imagination, super strength, incredible speed, and senses far sharper than any human. Jonathan teaches him restraint and responsibility, reminding him that his gifts are meant for a higher purpose. Clark struggles to hide who he is, wanting to fit in while knowing he is different. When he finds a glowing crystal inside his spacecraft, he feels called to discover his origins. As a young man, he travels north to the Arctic, where the crystal creates the Fortress of Solitude, an enormous ice structure echoing Kryptonian architecture. Inside, the preserved consciousness of Jor-El teaches Clark about his heritage, his destiny, and his role as a symbol of hope. Years pass within moments as Clark learns who he is meant to become. When he emerges, he is Superman hero, protector, and guardian of Earth. Returning to Metropolis, he adopts the disguise of Clark Kent, a shy, awkward reporter at the Daily Planet. There he meets Lois Lane, a fearless journalist whose confidence and brilliance immediately capture his interest. While Lois barely notices Clark, everything changes when Superman makes his first public rescue, saving her from a helicopter accident. The world instantly embraces Superman, and Lois becomes fascinated by the mysterious hero. Meanwhile, underground criminal mastermind Lex Luthor plots the greatest land scheme in history. With his bumbling assistant Otis and conflicted partner Eve Teschmacher, Luthor uncovers a terrifying discovery: kryptonite, a radioactive fragment from Superman's home planet, capable of weakening or killing him. Realizing Superman is the only threat to his ambitions, Luthor becomes obsessed with finding a way to stop him. Superman continues, saving people across Metropolis, growing closer to Lois during a romantic interview and breathtaking flight above the city. But Luthor launches his master plan. He hijacks 2 nuclear missiles, redirecting one toward the San Andreas Fault in California and the other toward New Jersey. His plan is to destroy California's coastline, sinking it into the ocean and making his worthless desert land the new West Coast. Superman traces the radio signal to Luthor's lair, but Luthor lures him in with a lead-lined box containing kryptonite. When Superman opens it, the deadly radiation weakens him instantly. Luthor mocks him, revealing the details of his catastrophic plan, then chains the kryptonite around Superman's neck and throws him into a pool to drown. Teschmacher, terrified that her mother in New Jersey will die in the explosion, rescues Superman on the condition that he saves New Jersey first. Regaining his strength, Superman rockets into action. He intercepts the New Jersey missile and hurls it into space. But the California missile hits its target, causing a massive earthquake along the San Andreas Fault. Superman races to save as many people as possible, stabilizing bridges, repairing train tracks, preventing floods, sealing cracks in the earth. But despite all his efforts, he arrives too late to save Lois Lane, who is trapped underground and suffocates when her car is swallowed by the collapsing terrain. Devastated, Superman holds Lois in his arms, overwhelmed with grief. Against Jor-El's warnings not to interfere with human history, Superman makes a desperate decision. He flies beyond the atmosphere, circling Earth faster and faster until the planet reverses its rotation. Time rewinds, the destruction reverses. Lois returns to life, unaware she had died moments earlier. With disaster undone, Superman completes his mission by capturing Luthor and Otis, delivering them to prison. Justice is restored. Lois returns to work at the Daily Planet, still unaware that the meek Clark Kent standing beside her is the same hero who saved the world. Superman flies into the sky, watching over Earth with hope and determination, embracing the destiny his father gave him to be a symbol of truth, justice, and humanity's protector. The film ends with Superman soaring above the planet, smiling as he flies toward the sunrise, ready for whatever challenges come next.